Alright, welcome back. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been 2 weeks, and I've forgotten what we were doing.
Yes. We don't need to get all the
man,
guys...
my controller is really bad today. You
We
see
don't-
my, like, stutter walk?
Yeah.
That's because holding forward is not working. Okay, so we don't need to do everything. Like this, I don't need to do any of those.
Do we need to get all those diary
we don't
pages?
We don't need to get all the diary pages. We don't need to get all the wood dolls. But there was like a handful of quests that I do need to do that are mandatory for a certain storyline to spawn. Essentially, we're like partially... We've already started it, but we haven't gotten to the point where it's triggered yet. You know that little girl that we helped her find her doll? We should make a doll for her new adoptive parents?
Yes.
Eventually, she comes back. Is Orange a quest? I can never remember.
Maybe.
I'll find out. Eventually, she comes back.
And we have to kill her.
Yeah, we kill her. Naruto kills her in cold blood. It's a crazy storyline. But no, she starts writing us letters, and then eventually she'll write us a letter that's like, "Hey, I heard about blah blah blah," and then Naruto's like, "Wait a minute, I gotta go check that out," and then we can start doing the actual storyline. If we're lucky, it might have even already spawned because I'm not entirely sure how far we are. I love jump mechanics. I especially like them when the double jump doesn't come out. I just had a solid moment where I was like, do I not have a double jump in this game? No, I do. I do.
And just hate you.
It's just gonna be like a box. Oh, it's shop. I don't need him. What are you selling for?
What are you selling?
What are you
What
buying?
are you
What are
buying?
you selling?
Some jutsus.
Okay. Yeah, these are not actually helping me. Quit shop.
Never. I'm never gonna come again.
Never again. Okay. There's nothing this way though, which makes this a lot easier, because it means all we have to do now is go straight. And maybe take a left turn at the Hokage's town. Hokage Road. So we can go to the Hokage Mansion.
Hokage!
Just like the White House.
White House Town?
No, like...
Olympus as well?
Originally, you were able to just be like, I want to go to the White House, and you could just go to the White House and have a picnic on the front yard, and then, like, the modern life happened, and now they, like, shoot anyone who touches the grass.
Yep, and they put mines out there, too.
Yeah, it's a classic time. Everyone knows about it. Please don't step on the landmines. Come quickly, children, single file.
Don't step on the landmines.
I wish they actually did put landmines on the White House property, because that would be really funny. I don't think they have anything here, but we'll see.
I do know they have snipers on the roof.
Because she can have... Yeah, they have snipers on the roof. They don't have It's like, they don't have, like, 1 or 2 snipers. They have many snipers on the roof.
It's probably, like, at least 10.
Yes.
The exact numbers is probably much more.
Not to mention that all the, like,
I'm pretty sure they also
Secret
have...
Service around the house, too, that aren't even on the roof. Like, there's just people watching. Every single door, I think, is watched by a Secret Service member.
Well, they actually have every single door has at least 1 or 2 security guards at it.
Yes.
And something else that's really dope is when you always see somebody just open the door before the president even gets there.
Mm-hmm.
It's because they have, like, their own walkie-talkies, and they're like, oh, he's coming.
That and the walkie-talkies to make sure rooms are clear before the president even gets there.
Oh, there's a guy hiding.
This guy?
Yeah.
Nah, he's just the guy. That's not what I want.
I thought I remember you telling me about a quest that was,
Yeah, it's not here yet. I don't know where we need to go now. I guess we're just gonna go for a run and see what we can spawn in.
Okay.
Because we already did, like, all the quests here. There's no one spawning, which means we gotta go run around and see if we can find any.
Okay. But, yeah. They got a lot of stuff around the White House.
Mm-hmm.
I also am pretty sure they have people in other buildings around the White House.
Yeah.
Providing, like, cover there, too.
But, I mean, probably.
Without a doubt.
It's like, yeah, probably. But enough about the White House, because I don't fucking care about it. Let's talk about something far more important than fucking government.
What's that,
The
Chris?
PS5 Pro just got announced, and Jesus fucking Christ, Sony has lost their mind.
Why is that, Chris?
They're launching it for $700.
Absolutely
And
not.
and they were showing like comparison images, and literally everyone in the chat is like, I don't even see the difference. Because like, of course you don't. We're at the point where like that is not going to make a difference.
Dude, I don't know.
And like every game they showed as an example game were all like PS4 games. So I'm like, what the fuck were they thinking?
$700 for a fucking console?
Yeah, $700.
I'm pretty sure this. If you wanted to buy a Switch, it's fucking $300.
Well, it's a PlayStation 4 Pro, Derek.
That's true.
So it's not the PS5. It's the PS5 Pro. It's different.
I'm good. I don't need that.
You don't want one? Are you sure?
No.
Are you sure you don't want one?
Maybe I do.
Come on. It's just one of the, like, everyone's like really upset about it, and I'm just like, just don't buy it. Like,
Yeah,
no one's making
I'm
you
not gonna
buy
buy
it.
it.
Just don't buy it. Like, I'm not gonna buy it. Like, just, no one's making you buy it.
No,
Just don't buy it.
if anything, they're gonna be happy when it comes out because it might reduce the price. It's not gonna reduce the price of the other one.
They've already like. No, they are dude. They just increased the price of the fucking. No, do you want to know what the real kicker is? This is what I wanted to say. Is that the real kicker is it's $700 for the digital version. You still have to buy the CD drive to play the disc games on it, and that thing is $80 now. Which means it's actually $780 if you want to play physical games on it.
And we're gonna say it's $800 because of tax.
It's more like $820 with tax.
That's
well,
absolutely
$840 with tax.
ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, who the fuck would ever want any of this?
I don't know. And the fact that they're like, oh yeah, only digital games now. And you have to buy a CD drive if you want CDs.
Yeah, you gotta buy the CD drive extra, like $800. I'm like, no thank you. To be fair, I don't even think the PS5 is worth its price right now. And now they're like trying to make the fucking PlayStation Pro, and I'm like, are you fucking high or what?
I think they are.
Like, I think they've lost. I actually think Sony has lost the plot at this point. Like, they have 10 live service games in development right now, and the first one they released, Concord, got closed in 2 weeks.
Oh, I heard about this.
They shut it down in 2 weeks, and that is their entire business model for the next. That's the entire business model they have for the next, like, at least 2 years.
So why would you make a live service game?
Mm-hmm.
Spend all the time developing a live service game to shut it down in 2 weeks?
Because it's more expensive to keep it running. Because they had literally no one playing it. I think they said their peak number for that game was like barely
300 people.
It was like barely quad digits for player base at peak.
What the
It was, which is unsustainable for a live service game. A live service game needs at least like 5-digit number of people playing it and like high 5-digit numbers. And then those people need to be whaling the shit out of it to warrant it staying up. They were nowhere close.
Yeah, because I don't know like what the congruent number, like fucking Fortnite. I don't know like how many people play that concurrently.
Like
but I'm
hundreds of
assuming
thousands.
hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, it's hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of thousands of people play that shit. Hundreds of thousands.
Thousands of people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town.
It's a ghost town. That's kind of essentially what happened. There is nothing. I'm surprised I haven't seen anything yet.
Dude, there's a lot of these live service games that I'm like, this is so sad. They spend all the time and energy developing games and then they just die.
Deserved.
Yeah.
Because live service games are cancer,
Yeah,
and they
that's true.
shouldn't exist in the first place. A live service game is 100% built on the idea that people will like fund it forever. You know what I mean? Like just random people. I think I can spawn here and then work my way from there.
Yeah, just continue going up the map, I guess.
Yeah.
Turn around.
I think I might need to. Did we get the message from? Because I'm thinking like.
But that way, I think we'll get you to.
If
we're going to Orochimaru's headquarters.
Yeah, I think that's where we want to go, right? Is Orochimaru's head? Because maybe we already. I can't. Again, it's been fucking 2 weeks. And I can't remember, but I think fucking. I think we wanted to go to Orochimaru's headquarters, right? I think there was like something we needed to find there. Sai, go do it for me.
Well, we grabbed, there was something we needed from his base. We needed for the music box. But we already made the music box.
No, that was not in his base, that was outside his base.
Right.
And we got it. We did that. I don't know if we got the thing yet. There was like a point where we're supposed to go to Orochimaru's base to do a thing, and I don't know if we have that quest or not yet. That's what I'm like... I don't remember, because we haven't done this in like fucking 2 weeks. 2 weeks or almost 3 weeks, so I'm like, I don't remember what the fuck we were doing.
Yeah, I also think we had just finished like everything that we needed to finish, and nothing else had spawned yet. Naruto!
I don't know, we'll find something eventually.
Yeah, we'll get there.
And if we don't get there, then, like, you know... I blame Derek. Feels right.
That's Chris's solution for a lot of things. Not even Chris's solution. That's a lot of
I was
people's
gonna
solution.
say that's most people's solution to you.
They blame Derek, and I was like, I haven't even been here for a week. Yeah, we're blaming you still. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
It's fine. I can do it all I want. I have much built up rage over you for you always getting the easy ride in high school. Now I take it out on you in adulthood.
That's a joke, everybody. That's a joke.
It's kind of a joke. It's like 50% a joke. There's a lot of stuff where it was like, here's the answer. We'd give like the same answer and I get like half points and Derek would get full points, even though Derek wrote like one word answer and I like explained the fucking thing. They're like, fuck you.
Yeah, that's because you made it overcomplicated.
No, it's because I explained it properly.
Nope, you made it overcomplicated.
Either way, they shouldn't be giving me half points for making it overcomplicated and then giving you full credit for not answering the question fully.
Yep.
Like, I don't care how you think.
Welcome to public education system, Chris.
Yeah, I know, I hate it. I hate it so much.
You know, if there's something you should be mad at, it's the public education
No,
system.
I'm not actually mad at you about it.
I know,
It's
I know
clearly
you're
the
not.
education system's fault.
Yeah, I know you're not.
Like, I don't... Like, that,
Level up.
It's like, that's not Derek's fault. That's the fucking
Public
garbage school system's fault.
Yeah. Like, let's be honest. Anybody who's gone to public school understands public school is a mess.
What do you mean? It's so incredibly well thought out and not at all fucking bad. Dude, like, Derek, are you telling me that you don't want to go to your school system and then be like, why does it say I have 2 gyms on my schedule? I literally can't be at 2 gyms. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I shouldn't have gym 2 times a week.
Can I get this corrected? No. It's just a puppet. That's too bad. But yeah, it's like,
Why do I have 2
No.
gym classes? We can't really do that. Are you sure?
Dude, oh my god, I
Well,
almost burnt that school to the ground.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You had the worst high school experience because for some reason the entire universe was out to fuck you.
Dude, tell me about it.
Like,
it's actually astounding to me how like at a certain point I was just like, this can't be coincidence. Someone is actively trying to fuck with me at this point.
You're right.
Like, there's no fucking way. I'm like, either people are just this incompetent or someone is actively out to get me.
I think it was both.
Yeah, so they have a schedule for the year, right, that they give you at the start of high school, in our school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking... I had to go back to them 4 times because they kept fucking it up.
Was it 4? I thought it was 5.
It was either 4 or 5. I remember specifically
It was
4,
more
but
than
it
it
might have
should
been
have been.
more. It shouldn't have been more than once.
Yeah.
Once is like, oh yeah, I can see where the issue happened. Like, well, let's just get that sorted out. No. Fucking 4 or 5 times I had to go back there because they kept fucking it up. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm trying to find one more notch. But, yeah, they, like...
They get fucking real bad.
Yeah, so originally they had me on there with like 2 gyms, and I was like, I
What's
can't
up
have
with this?
2 gyms in one day. Not in like, it's not even like, oh, this quarter is gym and the next quarter. No. They had me in 2 gym classes
The same semester.
in the same semester on the same weeks. And
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I can't. I'm like, you can't do that. And I'm like, can we get this fixed? And they're like, oh, sorry, our bad, blah, blah, blah. And then they gave me no gym. And I'm like, no, they didn't give me no gym yet. They put me in 2 classes at the same time. I had science and English. It was either science and English or science and math at the exact same time. And I was like,
What's up with this?
I was like, hey, you put me in these 2 things at the same time. And they're like, oh, really? And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't be in 2 places at once. And they're like, yeah, that's a problem. We'll get that sorted. Okay, well, you said that the last time, but alright. Sure. Let's get that sorted. And they give me another schedule, and I'm like, okay. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, this one seems fine. And then I look at it closely, and I realize across all 4 terms, I don't have a single gym class. And in our state, at least, gym class is mandatory to pass high school. You need at least blank amount of credits in
It was 3 semesters worth or something.
Yeah, to pass high school. And I'm like, hey, you guys didn't give me a fucking gym. And they're like, well, do you need a gym? And I'm like, you tell me. Like, is it not mandatory that I have
Is it
gym
not a
credits?
graduating
Is
requirement?
it not a graduating requirement? And they never answered that. I asked them several, because they kept being like, do you really need a gym? And I'm like, I don't know, you tell me, do I? And they never responded. Every time I asked them, they would just go quiet and walk away. And I'm like, that's not a fucking answer. Do I or do I not need it?
Nobody knew. Nobody fucking knew.
So, multiple times, and then when they finally fixed it, they came back to me again, and they're like, we finally got that gym class that you so desperately wanted. And I'm like, what do you mean desperate? Do I need it or not? And I flipped out so bad. I'm like, what do you fucking mean? I'm like, all I asked is, do I need it or not? And you refuse to answer my fucking question.
Yeah. Let's be honest, our school system was not great.
It was a fucking joke. I'm like, I mean,
No, I get it.
You get it, right? I think most people would get it at that point. Like, what do you mean? Like, they literally tried making it out that I was the bad guy for bugging them to change my schedule so I have a gym class. And I'm like, is it mandatory? All I want to know is if it's mandatory or not. And you refuse to answer my question.
What's funny is, at that point, honestly, it's like it's just like hey, yeah, let me get the school board involved here.
Yeah.
And let me get like the news involved here, and then it would become a huge issue, and your thing would have been fixed like that.
Immediately. And then to make it even funnier, they still didn't fully fix it because then they didn't have the proper class to put me in for one of my classes. And it just so happened that, Ramsey was like, well, he can just stay in my class for that class, it's fine. We'll just treat it as a fucking study hall, essentially. And I was like, whatever it takes. At that point, I was like, whatever it takes, I don't fucking care.
At least we had some competent teachers who were like, yeah, let's just make sure this works.
Yeah. And that was like the 4th time. And by that time, everything was kind of fine, right?
That was junior year, too.
That was... Yeah, it wasn't senior year. It wasn't senior year yet. That's right.
Because in senior year we got stuck with Ramsey again.
Yes.
With both me and you, and they had also like some freshmen in there.
Yep.
And Ramsey would just let us do whatever the fuck we want.
It's a great class.
You want to go to?
I want to go. I want to
yes,
go Mountain
so you want to go that way.
So I want to go right.
Go down.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, it was a fucking shit show.
Oh yeah.
And then, but they finally were like, okay. And we were finally settled and everything was good. This is why I think you think it's 5, actually, now that I'm recounting the story. So it was 4 at that point. But what happened then is that later I was taking a class. This is a long fucking story. But finally I'm in a study hall and they're just like, blah 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 is John my last name here. And I was like, oh my fucking god. John lives. He's still a fucking thing. So for people who don't know, I moved from one school system to another school system, and when I did, for some reason, they put me in as my name, wrong middle name, correct last name. And that wrong middle name is John. And we told them multiple times to fix it, and it followed me all the way to high school. Not fixed. Eventually, they did fix it, so it was my correct middle name before I graduated, luckily, or else I'd have the wrong fucking name on the phone. And then fucking... But instead of fixing it and getting rid of the problem, they made a new student named John, my last name. So instead of them just changing my middle name to the correct one, they made a whole new student named John, who has my same name except for John. Who then became a running joke between me and my friends about my evil twin John, who would just sporadically have classes with me or not with me. So there's an imaginary person in our educational system that me and Derek went to, on the books,
I forgot about
who
that.
skipped every single class, never went to any class, never graduated, and disappeared off the face of the earth. It's a real record of a student that doesn't exist.
I forgot about that.
And, like, at that point, I was so done with them that I'm like, I don't care, I'm not fucking explaining this to them anymore. If they want an imaginary student named John to fail all their classes and never show up, that's their problem, not mine.
Thanks, John.
So yeah, so literally until I graduated high school, there was a senior year, I shit you not, I went to a class senior year, and they called my name for roll call, and then they went, is John blank here? And I went, oh my god, he's still in the fucking system. So not only was I taking that class once, my imaginary twin was taking the same class with me that year.
So, like, how did it get that far, though?
I don't know.
That's the real question.
I literally don't know how they did that. Keep in mind that we kept trying to get them to fix my middle name for being wrong since elementary school. It took them 8 years to fix it, and when they finally fixed it, they made an imaginary student. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if it's incompetence or if someone was actively trying to fuck with me at this point.
Both.
Like, it is unreal to me that people can be that incompetent.
Both, Chris.
It is... it's amazing. I gotta tell you that. It's some of the funniest shit. Oh my god, it's unironically some of the funniest shit ever, but also like some of the most infuriating shit. It's
funny in hindsight.
Yeah, in hindsight it's really funny, but in the moment it's just infuriating. It's like, yeah, I got this.
You got to this?
I got this. As I run immediately into another guy.
Dude, it's alright though. You've been doing some grinding here, you know, you're living up Naruto.
We do need to grind a little bit to get some ball levels for special things, but, you know, it's all gonna sort itself out.
Yeah, right?
Of course. See? It sorts itself out.
That's a good job, Naruto.
Ooh, I like that he runs with two. Naruto's doing the Rasengan, as one single Rasengan would not be powerful enough. We need the double now.
We need the double Naruto.
Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to meet you. It's good that, you know, John was able to figure out his life and, you know, he transferred before senior year.
No, he never transferred. He just never graduated and never went to any class. No one knows what happened to him. He's just vanished from the void. He's in the records as a real student who went really to their school and never showed up to any class, failed every class, and no one knows what happened to him after graduation.
Oh my god, you know what I need you to do?
It's a real thing.
I need you to do this. I need you to go into, I need you to go to, like, the school and be like, hey, I need records from my brother, John.
I could probably do that too. That's the worst part.
No, we're trying to tie up some loose ends, but we need some high school transcripts.
The worst part is that, like, it's been so long that most of the people are probably gone, so they'd probably just be like, oh yeah, okay.
Let the school
what's your name?
out?
Yeah, they'd like be like, "What's your name?" And they'd check my name and be like, "Oh, he was a student who went here." Yeah, okay, let's look up your brother's files. Because it's been so long that they'd probably be like, "Yeah, all right."
I need you to do this, Chris. I need you to go to our fucking high school.
Oh my god, yeah, it's really, it's one of those things that's just
and
really
then when they
funny
go
in
like,
hindsight.
it's showing that he never came to any classes. You need to throw a fit. You need to like be so over dramatic and be like, what? But my brother was in school. What do you mean he was marked out?
They probably wouldn't even think that much about it. They'd probably be like, oh, he must be a dropout or something, and that'd be like the end of that. So it'd just be like, oh yeah, he's a dropout, we just need the paperwork to handle some other legal matters, you know, involving, you know, identity theft and stuff or whatever, and people go, oh, okay.
Yeah, identity theft that you guys did.
Yeah.
Oh. Are we degenerates?
A little bit. Ooh, that guy was, oh yeah, hold on. Let's pick it up in the next part. We'll see you guys then. Peace.